Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks again for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm joined in studio by Billy, who is from Day One, Week One. How are you doing, Billy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, let's get right into it.
Okay.
Tell me about your organization.
So in June 9th of this year, 2023, I had an idea to start a nonprofit for first responders and veterans. The suicide rate across our country is astronomical. I did a little bit of research, and it's not hard to find over 450 first responders killed themselves last year in 2022. And that doesn't account for the 6,000 veterans that have killed themselves since the wars have started in 2001. There's a passion and a heavy burden on my heart to stop my brothers and sisters from killing themselves. So I started the nonprofit. It's called Day One, Week One. What we're doing is we're providing a platform for them on our podcast to come and tell their stories. They talk about their traumatic experiences, how they got through those, what their support system looked like, the people that they've reached out to, and some of those people they didn't reach out to when they were in dark places. My personal story of 2 years ago, I was in that frame of mind of suicide. I'd gone through a kind of not a traumatic event, but a traumatic experience in my career. And I felt like I had lost my identity. And with losing that identity and losing the touch of the people in my support system, I didn't feel like there was another place to go. Thankfully, my wife, being as incredible as she is, reached out after I called her and told her that today's a bad day. She reached out to a friend of ours who was an elder in our church. Within minutes, he arrived at my house. And he got out of the car and he kind of gave me a little smirk, but he did something that literally changed my life. He put his hand on the back of my neck and he put his head to my head. He said, "I'm not going to let you do this today. We're doing this together. So for every day that you need me here, I'm going to be here." And it changed my life. The physical touch in that moment, that's what we're missing. That's what we've lost over the years. So Day One, Week One wants to bring that back. My goal is to have a mental health triage group that can self-deploy into these situations. I'm not talking about having them in a situation where they're going to put themselves in danger or anyone else. They're not going to go to an active situation. It's going to be someone that reaches out and says, "Hey, I need help." They're going to deploy. They're going to go where they are. Unlike a 911 or a crisis center where they would just talk to them on the phone and kind of consider their resources, they're going to deploy to where they are. "Hey, let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's go get a sandwich. Let's talk about what's going on," and then make that connection. And the triage part of it will be to find out exactly what they need and get them the resources that they need from that.
I love it. Okay. How can people listen to your podcast or learn more information?
So all you got to do is go to dayoneweek1.org. Obviously, we're taking donations. The big thing about the donations is we're obviously still building this organization. So there's costs, startup costs, there's different things, application fees, things like that go along with it. But eventually, when all of those things are complete, the plan is that we're going to start sponsoring first responders, helping to pay for some of their medical bills, their seeking mental health bills, their counseling and things like that. The best way to reach out, you can go to any platform. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, TikTok, Truth Social, Getter. We've opened up all of the avenues so that you can't really miss us, hopefully, out there. And we want to make sure that everybody's understanding and knowing that Day One, Week One is here.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Guys, this is such a treat. I am joined by Ranger Mike, and we are at Atalaya Castle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. So good to see you.
I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. I want you to tell me all about this place, and it's so rich in history.
Indeed, it is. In fact, this is it's a National Historic Landmark.
Yeah.
One of only two that we have in the South Carolina State Park Service.
All right, so tell me the story.
So this was the winter home of Archer and Anna Hyatt Huntington. Those are the people who built Brookery Gardens, which is literally right across the street. Anna was a world-famous sculptor who made a self-made woman. She was considered probably the 10th wealthiest self-made woman in the country at the time she married her husband, Archer Huntington. Archer was one of the wealthiest men in the country. He'd inherited a vast fortune from his father, Hollis B. Huntington. Made the original Huntington family fortune with California Gold Rush, selling supplies to folks hoping to buy gold. Turns out that's where the real money was. Then invested that into Transcontinental Railroad, helping to build the first railroad, unite East and West Coast of the country together, and then invested in the Newport News shipyard. So Archer's his only son inherited this vast fortune from his father.
And clearly he did a pretty good job spending some of that.
He did. In fact,
I might say so.
yeah, so Archer actually devoted his whole life to philanthropy, giving that fortune away.
Yeah.
He used to joke about himself that wherever he put his foot down, a museum was shortage to string on. That was kind of his hobby.
Yeah.
In addition to building Brookery Gardens, he also built the Mariner Museum in Newport News and the American Hispanic Society Museum in New York City.
That's incredible. And to think we have this gorgeous structure now to come here and enjoy. It's a little different than it probably was back in the day when they were living here.
A little bit, yeah. So what actually brought the Huntingtons to South Carolina? They had very fine estates in New York and Connecticut. But shortly after they were married, Anna had been diagnosed with tuberculosis. So it was actually a search for health in a warmer climate that brought the Huntingtons originally to South Carolina, which still brings a lot of folks here. And nowadays, that huge chunk of land is now mostly Brookery Gardens, but 2,500 acres on the east side of Highway 17 became Huntington Beach State Park in 1960. And then also parts of the land that they own on Sadie Island and the Waccamaw River are now parts of the Waccamaw Wildlife Refuge.
Wow. And you can come and see this castle today, but what is there actually to tour?
So the Atalaya Castle, which, by the way, castle is what everybody in the community called the building. It's not what they simply refer to it as Atalaya, which is Spanish for watchtower, by the way. And it refers to the very literal centerpiece of the building right behind us. Having never lived in the South before, the Huntingtons were very concerned about mosquitoes. So they built a watchtower that was really a water tower that was also meant to double as a giant bat house. They wanted bats to live in the watchtower. They wanted those bats come flying out every night eating the mosquitoes, and they figured that would solve the problem. But honestly, they hit on a more practical way of avoiding mosquitoes. That is, they just went visit in the winter times. It's never that big of an issue.
You can't really avoid the mosquitoes here in the South End,
Unless you only visit in the winter.
True. All right, Ranger Mike, I appreciate you talking to me about this. Where can people go to get tickets? Do they have to get them here? Can they get them online? How does all that?
So the admission into Atalaya is separate from the park admission. So the admission into Atalaya is $2 per person. Atalaya during the warmer months is open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And you can buy your tickets right here at the building. Throughout the summer, there will be guided tours of Atalaya on weekdays at 2 p.m. and on Saturdays at
Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm at Voodoo Brewing Company, Broadway at the beach, and we're going to talk about what you guys have to offer here.
Excellent, yeah.
Other than obviously a great selection of beers, you guys are always doing fun live events. There's always something going on here, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
actually last night we brought back trivia for the season. Tonight we have music bingo starting at 6:30. And then every
Okay.
Friday we have karaoke. So those three things will be standing events every week throughout hopefully the entire year.
Okay.
Along with other events that we bring in occasionally.
Okay, talk to me about the beer.
So we have 20 beers on tap. Most of them will be Voodoo beers that are brewed for us out of Meadville, Pennsylvania. That's where the franchise is located at. And then the other half will be local breweries from the Carolinas mostly. And so yeah, so we do 20 beers. We can do flights as well, so people can sample different beers. They're 4-ounce tasters. You can choose up to 6 different flavors. So it gives people a chance to taste a few of them before they commit to a full pour.
I always want to be able to taste it beforehand. And I
Yeah.
like a sour beer. Do you guys have any of those?
Yeah, we have 2 different sour beers.
Okay.
Our sour beer is Lacto Cooler.
Cool.
It's sold down at Universal Studios during Friday night.
Okay.
And it's been featured in Amsterdam during some of their festivals out there. So
That's
we're
cool.
international with that one. And then Hot Fly Brewing Company out of Charlotte. They have a sour blender, as they call it. It's always changing. So very unique flavors that they create as well.
Love it. Well, you guys also have food, of course, and some great cocktails.
That's right. So besides beer, we also have a full liquor profile. We've got different spirits. We have craft cocktails that we make here. We also have wine, mocktails, which we're drinking right
We have
now,
some mocktails, delicious.
as well as some CBD different drinks there.
Cool.
And then a full kitchen.
All right. So do you have any tips for somebody, a good time for them to come by, or is it always popping here?
It varies throughout the season. Definitely lunchtime is great. We've got the patio that's open. Today's a beautiful day to sit out there, relax. We have happy hour Monday through Friday from 4 to 7, so that's also a good time to get a good discount. But really any time is just good to pop on in and grab a drink or some food.
Where can people find you guys?
So we're here at Broadway at the beach, right by the parking lot along the avenue side across from
Okay.
Dave & Buster's. So it's easy access, in and out. You don't have to go through the heart of Broadway.
Thanks for joining us today in the kitchen here on Living Local Carolina. We have a super fun craft that you can do if you are stuck indoors, if it's too hot outside, if it's raining, or if you need something for the kids to do. Miguel is a mad scientist, and he told me about this experiment called elephant toothpaste. Okay, tell me all about this and what we're going to be doing today.
So basically it's taking egg white and mixing it with baking soda. And here in these 2 jars are white vinegar.
Yeah.
And also
And food coloring to make it look pretty, of course.
so you will put it inside this glass bowl, or you can do it in a cup. Either way, it's not going to explode, just to clarify that. It's just going to basically create a beautiful thing.
Okay.
But we got
We have a skillet going because we didn't want to waste the egg yolks, but we're going to be taking these eggs and just sifting out the whites because that's the only part that we want, right?
yes.
Okay. We're just going to have at it and see how this goes. Okay. So far, so good. All right, so now we're going to be mixing in the baking soda and food coloring to our egg whites. That's good? Okay, there you go. I'm thinking that I want to mix blue and green, and I probably shouldn't have worn white shorts today. How many drops? Oh goodness. We're doing green and blue. Well, that looks beautiful. Look at that. It's like tie-dye. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, Warren. Ah! Oh, gross! It was like a flambe for a second, like a souffle on top. I'm gonna poke it. Ooh. All right, guys. Well, this was elephant toothpaste. We're going to be sharing more crafts here on Living Local Carolina, but if you have a fun craft that you think that we should try here in the kitchen, send us an email at livinglocalmb@wbtw.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
We have quite a treat today on Living Local Carolina. I am joined in studio by Salty Dogs Senior Dog Rescue. How are you guys doing?
We're awesome. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So obviously we have a very esteemed guest over here, Otis, who's sitting on the couch with us. But why don't y'all tell me first a little bit about what you do and the whole purpose behind your mission?
Sure, absolutely. We are a senior-based rescue. We only take dogs 6 and older. We get dogs from owner surrender as well as from shelters. We started in May of 22, and we are a 501c3. We are totally operated by volunteers, located in Pawleys Island, but we have fosters as far north as Little River and as far south as Charleston. And then we adopt out animals out of state. We've had people come 4-6 hours just to adopt some of our senior dogs.
Okay, so senior dogs, obviously there's a specific purpose why.
My partner and I both started working in animal rescue years ago, and we noticed that the senior dogs come in and they kind of get overlooked. People are looking for puppies or younger dogs, and most of these dogs have already been in a home, so they are surrendered or dropped off at a shelter, and then they just are there kind of overwhelmed. Never been in that type of environment before. So we just felt a need to come and draw those dogs out, put them in a foster home as opposed to a shelter, and then focus more attention on them so that they get adopted.
You're closing that gap.
Yeah.
For dogs like Otis.
Yes. We enjoy what we do. We also, another thing that is important to us is estate planning. We really feel like people need to focus on what's going to happen to their animals should something happen to them. Too many people assume that family or friends are going to take their dog, and actually cats as well, and then what happens is they get dropped off at a shelter instead. So that's where we come in.
Heartbreaking. Well, tell me, what made you want to be Otis's foster mom?
So we are a senior dog household, and we adopt rescues that are seniors and typically with medical conditions. So we had an extra spot in the home, but we weren't really sure if we wanted to adopt all the way, so we thought we've always wanted to foster, and we had the opportunity, so we made the jump, and we're loving every second of it.
I love it. So what is it like getting to know these dogs during the foster process?
So initially we do have some decompression time to make sure that they're comfortable and feel safe and secure. And Otis didn't really need a lot of that time. He would rather have been with our pack, so we let him out and he just fit right in. And we've had no issues with him. He's just the sweetest, he's like the most amazing little character.
He's a good boy for sure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's 7 years old. Other things that we have in our rescue, whether it's fostering like Atina does, we have volunteers who work events. Obviously people can donate, and then we also just strongly encourage people to look at adopting a senior dog, especially if they are seniors, so that they're kind of in the same playing field with the dogs. We have Facebook and Instagram and our website, and our adoptable dogs are always focused and located there.
She took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask how people could get in contact with you guys.
Yeah, saltydogsrescue.org, and then also on Facebook and Instagram.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.